Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What was that? Hello, everybody.
Did I say that?
Hello, everybody.
I thought that sounded normal. I don't know.
Let's keep it.
All right. Hey, I'm Narwhal. This is Kyle.
Hello, I'm Kyle.
We're here again. Oh, we're kind of both wearing blue. This looks kind of
Mine's bluer though. This is
bad.
like Carolina blue. Yours looks gray to me, but
This is Kyle's
I'm
new
colorblind.
attire.
Yeah, it's one of my new hip shirts that I have.
So now he doesn't have 5 gray or black shirts. He has 5 gray or black shirts and 1 blue shirt.
I've got like 2 blue shirts. So,
Yeah.
you know, my style is like plain shirts that are just different colors, or just super exotic things like wolf shirt or like the horse's shirt that I have.
Those are the only 2 exotic ones.
I have the "You're Kidding Me" small shirt. That's too small for me now.
Is that exotic?
I think it's exotic.
Okay.
You know, it's like I like quotes.
Yeah.
Not quotes, but like, you know, movie scenes that I like. Like
Yeah.
if I had a Step Brother shirt, I would wear it. I watch like Napoleon Dynamite. He has like a Pegasus shirt that I really want.
Okay.
So that's kind of my style.
I'll get you a Pegasus shirt for your shit. Did I say
shirt. What?
Pegasus shit? I
Did
thought
you
I
say
said that. I don't know.
You can give me a Pegasus
I
shirt.
can't talk today.
Apparently my birthday was yesterday because I posted on Instagram the other day and everyone thought it was my birthday.
Yeah, guys, we should start this trend where whenever
No,
Kyle posts on his personal Instagram,
Don't.
everyone comments happy birthday every post.
It confused a lot of people. I posted something on Instagram with it was for Norway's Independence Day. So I'm Norwegian.
Big day for Kyle.
It's a special day for me. I walked around the neighborhood, doused in my Norwegian.
Your homeland was set free.
Yeah.
Who are they like?
I think the Swedes.
What was the story?
I'm not sure.
So they were owned by the Swedes?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't
You
think
should
I don't-
know if you're going to be posting about happy. What's it
Listen,
called?
well, it's Set de Mai. It's the
Set de Mai?
17th of May.
Okay.
Yeah, so Independence Day. See, look, I'm not like super Norwegian, but that's just how I was brought up. We were brought up into Norwegian ways. So if this whole quarantine thing wasn't happening right now, I would have been in Paulsbo, running a race at Viking Fest,
Viking Fest.
eating Lefse and Krumkaka.
That might be the whitest thing on the
It's
planet.
pretty white.
But it's like, it's not. There's cringy
that's-
white things where it's like moms arguing with store managers, but then
Yeah.
there's
This is cultural.
cool
This is
cultural whiteness.
This is my cultural whiteness coming out. So yeah, so I posted something and it just said "Happy Set de Mai," and I don't think people understood what that meant. One of our
Someone didn't.
Well, one of our friends just said "Happy Birthday" as a joke, and I was just like, "Oh, thanks, you too." And then all of a sudden, everyone thinks it's my birthday, and everyone's commenting "Happy Birthday, Happy
Yeah.
Birthday." It's like,
Yeah.
thank you, but my birthday was in March.
Did it feel good having people tell you, even though it wasn't your birthday, did part of you feel like, wow, these people are wishing me a good day?
I mean, look, I appreciate it, but it just wasn't my birthday. I mean, technically, you can still. At what point is it like too late to wish someone a happy birthday? Maybe they were wishing like 3 months
It's
ago.
definitely too late.
They missed it. What was it? 2 months ago, I guess.
I think a week is the deadline
I
for a
agree.
belated birthday.
Yeah, if you're like a month off or like a couple weeks, it's like
Just wait till next year.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what'd you do for your set de
Set de Mai.
Mai?
We walked around the neighborhood. My mom had a Norwegian shirt. I was doused in the flag.
Did you have a shirt and pants and socks too?
I did have. Yeah, I wasn't just wearing the flag.
Well, no, I meant is it a Norwegian? Was every part of your body in Norwegian?
No, so
attire?
I didn't have. There's like I forget what they're called. Bunad. That's what the women wear. My sister had one that was my grandma's that she wore in Norway actually last
What
year.
is it?
It's just like a red and black. I don't know. There's a picture on her
like
Instagram.
a
if you-
dress or like an overall.
Yeah, it's like a dress
or
kind of thing.
Okay.
It's just like a traditional Norwegian dress sort of thing. That my sister wore. That was last year. She actually went to Norway for Set de Mai. So
Wow, that must have been hype.
she said
That
it was
must've been pretty
great.
cool.
She posted about it. So if anyone follows her, don't follow my sister. It's okay. You don't have to. Let's move on.
If
from
anyone
this.
follows her, don't follow her.
You don't follow her.
Yo, what are like the main Norwegian things in celebrations? What are their core things that they do? Is there dances? Is there certain songs, or is there certain?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been to Norway since I was like 8.
Okay.
So I'm not. I don't know that far
You're
into
not
the
well
cultural
versed.
phenomenon.
Yeah.
No, but I had Nutella the first time I was in Norway, so
Oh.
they like Nutella.
Do you like Nutella?
Yeah,
I tried it once. I didn't really
good, but it's like it feels like too much.
I feel like it's just fake chocolate. Like if I want to eat chocolate, I'll just eat chocolate. Yeah. Also, I've heard that Europeans hate American chocolate, like Hershey's, because it doesn't taste at all like
I mean, European chocolate's, I think it's better. It's very good, like Belgian chocolate. Okay, but you're talking Norwegian things. I know some food. I can tell you some pastries. There's kroomkake, which we make every Christmas.
What's that?
That's one that I think I might have explained on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Where you like you roll
like
it
a
up
churro
in that little thing. No, it sort of looks like a cannoli a little bit. It's not a cannoli though. It's it's better actually. You can put like cream in it, but we don't.
Okay.
There's Lefse, which my grandma used to make every year. It sort of looks like a tortilla, and you put like cinnamon sugar on it and butter.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
You cook the tortilla, or it's like a raw tortilla?
No, it's not a tortilla. Let's get that straight. It's Lefse. It looks like a tortilla.
Okay.
It's just like this flat little white thing. I don't really know what it is.
Kind of like the Jewish bread.
It's very thin.
You know that bread they eat?
Are you talking naan? That's Indian.
No. There's the Jewish bread.
The Jew bread? I don't know the Jew bread.
Matzah? Is that what it's called?
Matzo ball?
No, what's matzah?
Dude,
I have no clue what I'm talking about.
I don't even know what you're talking about. There's kransekake, which is a layered cake with a lot of almonds in it.
Wow, dude, I want to be. See,
there's also Osla Kringlo, which is one of my favorites that we actually made for Christmas this year in Spain. It's like this it's a pastry, but there's this glaze on it, and it's like an almond glaze. It's very, very good. Very, very good.
I'm getting hungry for some dessert.
Yeah.
Next year, I want to go to Viking Fest with you, and we can take some photos of our experience for the Instagram.
Well, yeah.
See, Kyle sent me like happy. What's it?
No, you got it.
Set de Mai.
Pretty much.
Kyle said happy set de Mai, and I was like, what? And he said, we talked about a long time ago on the podcast. I found out. So my last name is Farrar, but it's not my real last.
It's an adopted.
It's an adopted last name. So my grandpa's real last name, like birth last name, was Overby,
which is my mom's maiden name. So potentially some cousin action here.
Yeah, we could be long lost cousins, and so
you got to do that spit thing.
Ancestry.
Yeah.
Incest. But my family doesn't even know where we're from, so I have absolutely zero sense of like national pride of anything.
Okay.
Do you think that's bad? Do you think it's bad to not care about like your cultural history?
I don't think it's bad. I feel like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel like white people care less about their cultural heritage.
Yeah. Especially
Americans, because to us it's like, oh, we're American. Our sort of heritage is like 4th of July.
Yeah.
Whatever. I feel like the only reason that I even know anything about it is because my grandparents, like, they met Norwegian folk dancing, and my mom, they grew up in a Norwegian town in Washington.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just raised to go to like Viking Fest and sing Norwegian Grace and stuff like that. But like, I'm thinking my other side of the family, like, I don't know anything about Irish culture or whatever the hell else I am.
Yeah. Have you ever, on any of the American holidays, so like 4th of July, or there's also like, Memorial Day, Labor Day, whatever.
Veterans Day.
This is bad, but I've almost never actually, like, on that day, sat and thought about what the holiday is actually about.
Yeah, 4th of
July. So on 4th of July, I've never been like, wow, I am proud to be an American in this independent nation.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh, so we getting fucked up or what? That's all
no, I
is
agree.
For most Americans.
I agree. I feel like Veterans Day I would think about the most.
Yeah, but even like,
you don't think about the veterans?
I mean, my uncle was in the Air Force, so like, I'll text him and like I appreciate the people who are in the service, but I'm not directly that affected. Like, I don't know
what about
anybody.
9/11? That one I think I would say I think about the most. 9/11.
Oh yeah, on 9/11.
I wouldn't say that's not a holiday. That's
definitely not a holiday.
Yeah,
but it's just like on most of the holidays, it doesn't even cross my mind. Like, what is Labor Day?
Taking a break of labor? I don't know.
And then Memorial Day is for the veterans that have died, and then Veterans Day is just for all veterans.
Just for the vets, I guess.
See, when I was really young, I thought Veterans Day was Veterinarians Day.
I feel like that's a common mistake for dumb kids, yeah.
For dumb kids.
Yeah, I wasn't dumb.
Did you think
I don't think I thought that.
Oh.
No, but actually, my mom, she's an engineer, like a civil engineer. There was a brief time where I thought my mom maybe drives a train, but I don't know. I think I moved on from that quickly.
Yeah.
I think I asked her when I was really young, and then I understood. It was like a brief thought of like, does she drive a train? And then she's like, no, I designed sidewalks. I'm like, it's not as cool, but okay.
I think that might be cooler. I would not want to drive a train. that would
really
suck
boring.
ass.
Yeah, but as a kid, do you want to hear that your mom designs sidewalks or that your mom drives a train?
Think about how many times you utilize sidewalks.
A lot. I've been on like 3 trains in my life. I know, but I'm saying like,
I've never been on a train in my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been. I mean, does a subway count? Subway doesn't count. Let's say the subway doesn't count.
No, I've been on like a metro, but not a train.
Yeah, I've been on a train in Spain.
Was it cool? Did they have rooms that you could rent?
That was a rhyme.
Nice.
No, it wasn't a room thing. It was like a 2-hour ride.
Oh.
But there are trains like that, though.
I think that'd be cool. There's a movie called The Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh.
And it's like a murder mystery, but super good. But it really made me want to go on a train and just buy one of the fancy little suites for like a
Harry
2-day
Potter
trip. Yeah.
Except I don't know if they sleep in there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Guys, before we get too deep into this episode, we usually say it at the end, but I want to say it now for those of you who are listening. Please go leave a review of our show on the Apple Podcast app. I know you probably don't want to. I don't want to either.
But I want you to.
But I want you to, and you want me to want you.
Exactly.
So search Peak to Middle School on the Apple Podcast app. Go to the bottom, rate us 5 stars, and write a review. We've got I think we've got like 8 or 9 in the last week. So that's awesome. Thank you all so much. And all of you who are new from our Spotify ads, we love you with all of our heart.
I love you.
Yeah. So also we have a full video version on YouTube, and we spend a lot of time editing every episode. We got a whole studio in here. Be sure to check it out.
We're 2 beautiful young men that need to be seen.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's like just the extra bonus.
How's your hair?
Oh, not good. I'm going to keep this covered.
Yeah, you've worn a hat.
Yeah,
for the last,
I wouldn't say
2 weeks now.
Yeah, more than 2 weeks, too.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'd say since quarantine, because I already was in need of a haircut right when quarantine started. So it's like past that point. It's gross.
At home, do you wear hats, or you just embrace your bad hair at home?
I embrace it at home. I mean, if I'm going to go out, usually I'll throw a hat on because, I don't,
Yeah. What about if you're, working out? If you go on a run or something, are you going to wear a hat if your hair's bad, or do you not care?
If I'm running, I don't really care. Sometimes I'll wear a hat, but if I'm going to the gym, I'll usually wear a hat.
Yeah. Oh, something I wanted to talk about. It was originally going to be one of my A's of the week, but I found a better A. Did you hear about there's a Brazilian former pro soccer player that they thought died in 2016?
I heard about
and
that.
they just found him alive, and he's just fine.
Do you know more information on that?
I'll look it up, but I was just mind blown because this is the first real.
Did he fake his death?
I don't know. That's what it made me think. It's kind of like a Tupac situation, but real.
Exactly. Well, no, Tupac, he's real and alive.
Oh, German soccer player presumed dead 4 years ago, found alive. A professional German soccer player who was pronounced dead in 2016 was reportedly turned up alive and well. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher this.
Say it.
Hionik Kamba, a former defender for FC Schalke, in the German league, was declared dead following a car accident in his native Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Congo's kind of sketch, right?
I mean, I don't know much about the Congo, but I'm sure.
So in January 2016, he was declared dead in a car crash in the Congo, according to People, like People magazine, I think.
Oh,
German
people,
just some dudes.
People.
German prosecutor Annette Milk believes his death was staged.
Whoa.
Okay, guys.
He's faked his own death. That's a bold move.
Okay. Mr. Kamba, this is a quote. Mr. Kamba has recently returned to Germany, Milk told the outlet in an email.
Milk.
There are no reasonable doubts about his identity. She said, quote, an investigation into fraud is underway at the Essen Public Prosecutor's Office against his wife.
Oh.
For allegedly forging documents, including a death certificate, to collect a life insurance policy.
Okay. Question. So, I have a couple questions. I don't know if you have the answers to them. One, is it illegal to fake your own death? I'm assuming it is. 2, wouldn't he be getting in trouble? Or did maybe she like wanted to fake his death and then she like sent him off somewhere
I assume
in the Congo and then she collected his life
he's
insurance.
from the Congo. So
No,
he
I
probably
know.
lives
But
there.
she said, "Hey, just like stay away. I'll collect your life insurance."
There's more here, so maybe we can
maybe
figure
they're in
that
cahoots.
out. Actually, there's not much more. I guess so. His wife denies these charges, or denies the charge, and then Kamba was found alive in Gelsenkirchen, working his old job as a chemical technician for an energy supply company. So you're telling me
Was he using the same name?
a professional soccer player gave up his career?
I mean, maybe he wasn't. I don't know if the German league's that good.
Okay. But he gave up this soccer thing and was probably in cahoots with his wife to fake his death so that she could get his life insurance policy, and then he was just going to stay there and work as an energy supply or as a chemical technician.
Why didn't he just do that? Why didn't he just retire?
I
and do
don't
that?
know.
What's the point of the faking the death part?
Because his life insurance policy was probably pretty good, maybe. So she got, but I don't get it because then he can't
That seems
live
like a
with his
toxic
wife.
relationship. Well, maybe they didn't like each other. It feels like a toxic relationship. If anyone agrees that you should fake your death, you probably shouldn't be with them. You know?
That's probably a big red flag.
Who brought that up?
I don't know.
You
That's
think
all.
like if he brought it up, it's like, all right, dude, maybe get some help if you want to fake your death. Like that's desperate. If the wife brought it up, that's really sketch.
It blows my mind that it took this guy got away with this. I don't even know if he's a criminal in this case, but
I don't know.
The fact that it took 4 years of like living, working, going about your day, and no one realized.
Someone saw him. They're like, "You look like Kamba."
I mean, maybe he wasn't like a top tier player.
Yeah.
But think about it.
There's somebody that can recognize him.
Who was like a 10th man on like the 07 Sonics?
Robert Swift. I don't know. But
yeah, but Robert Swift is noticeable. I'm trying to think of just some rando NBA player.
2010, I think we didn't have the Sonics anymore, did we? I don't think we did.
All right. Well, what's a random player on a random team?
Like Danny Fortson. That's
Sure.
like an OG Sonic center.
I don't even know who that is, but
Yeah.
if
I'd recognize him actually.
okay, but that's you. But like if
But
Danny
that's what
Fortson
it would take me.
was to move to
The Congo.
the Congo and start working as a chemical engineer, he might not get recognized for a while.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
It just blew my mind. That was the first time I've ever heard of someone successfully, up until now, successfully faking their death.
But that's because if it's successful, you don't know.
Oh.
Tupac. That's what I'm saying. You've heard that. He's successful. He successfully faked his death. He's alive.
Kyle, you have no
But
evidence
also,
to
it's
back
like,
this
am
up.
I being offensive saying that he's probably not dead?
No, that's
you
not
know?
offensive.
I mean, if like,
Is it offensive to think the earth is flat?
yeah, that offends me. That's offensive to like scientists that have proven that it's not. Probably.
Yeah. Well, everything's offensive to somebody,
That's true.
you know? I think babies are ugly.
That's pretty offensive to babies and baby owners. As a future potential baby owner yourself.
I'm not a baby owner. Do you
Technically,
own
you
your
own-
children?
Yes.
You don't own them.
Yeah, you do.
They're your
they're-
dependent, but
they're your
you don't
property.
like you can't sell them.
Yeah.
I don't think it counts as owning something unless you can sell it. Is that fair or no?
You can sell your kid.
you shouldn't,
You shouldn't.
but you can.
You probably could. Yeah,
Yo.
I don't know. Is your parent your owner? I would say no.
I don't know. I guess we own our dogs.
That's
So
true.
what's the difference, you know?
I mean, dogs are a lot dumber than.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
there's dumb
dogs are
babies,
smarter than
dude.
stupid. Babies are
Babies are
ugly and stupid.
Yeah.
I
was a smart baby and I was cute, but you know.
I'm going to say it right here. Every baby I've ever seen, I don't care if they're like my family members' babies or, you know, even if it was like my own baby will be ugly. I don't care.
I just Googled cutest baby.
Babies aren't cute.
Come on.
But I'm not talking, you can be like 3 years old and be cute. I'm talking
Like infant.
1 year or younger. They're all gross. And they also just kind of creep me out.
Well, they always have boogers and they're all fragile and like
And they're
dumb
just
and
drooling.
They're drooling and
Stop
they throw up on
drooling.
you.
Just close your mouth.
They're babies, dude. They can't.
Guys,
I can't. I can't.
this is
Search it. Oh, here we go. Ew.
You just typed in
Dude, this is the
baby,
ugliest
ew.
baby. This is what
Show
popped
me.
up. Look at the bottom left.
That is not a cute baby.
Also,
Why would that be?
Bottom right. Oh shit! This just pop up. Is that why you laugh? You're telling me that this is not cute.
Dude, it looks like a rat. It looks like a naked rat.
I'm gonna send it to you.
God.
I'm gonna send it to you.
We are horrible.
Yeah, but like, look, if I was an ugly baby, I'd admit it. I was a cute baby. I was fat.
Kyle, you're so biased.
No.
You clearly don't think you're ugly. You're still ugly, but you won't admit it.
No, that's not true. Who told you that?
Guys, this is a disaster right now. Also, I have horrible podcast etiquette because I am currently drinking a smoothie that looks like vomit. My smoothie looks like baby shit right now.
Are you telling me that this is not a cute child? Look at me. I'm
What's
reaching.
on your face? What's on your
perfect.
face?
Hold up.
Do you have shit on your face? There's like a brown skid mark on your face. What is that?
Look, I don't know what that is. That might just be on the photo itself because this is a picture of a photo album. But look, I'm staring deep at
those burgers?
at the Kranzakaka that I was just referring to.
Oh, this was on your holiday.
I don't know, but it has a French flag, an Italian flag, and like a German. I don't know, dude.
Dude, you were fat.
I was a fat baby. I was a fat gross baby. Okay, hold up. You're telling me that this isn't cute?
Kyle, that is so not cute. Look how fat you are.
Yeah, fat babies are cute.
Bro, you're
Look
like,
at me.
Look at your hair blends in with your head, with your skin. Dude, don't do that. Never do that again.
Look at my cute hands. Look at those little hands.
Bro, every baby has little hands.
Yeah, but it's cute. All right, fine. This kid's anti-baby.
I'm not. That's what worries me. Is I've always preached that I don't like anything about babies. Yet, like, I still want a kid one day.
Clearly, you seem like you would be the worst dad.
No, I want a kid. I just don't like any of the attributes of a baby, but I still want one.
Then you can adopt a kid.
I know, but I'm just scared one day when I get a girlfriend, maybe she'll go listen
let's get that step down first, because that's priority number one.
I'm scared for when I get a girlfriend, and then there is so much potential evidence of things I've said that could piss her off.
Yeah, that's true. That's why you gotta find the right one.
150 episodes.
That's true.
Like that's what's scary about this podcast is we are intentionally putting hours every week of evidence of things for people to
not like us.
Yeah, or to like almost what's the word?
Ammo.
Sure, it's like ammo to blackmail us, so they can find that one thing that I said that was really dumb.
Yeah.
And then they can like clip it and save it.
That's true. Imagine like you find the woman of your dreams, and they say, "Hey, John, what do you do?" You say, "I'm a podcaster," and they say, "Oh, let me watch your podcast." Mm-hmm. And they just see some of the highlights of just some of the worst things we've said.
No, I know. That's what I'm scared for.
We're already in this hole. Might as well just be single forever.
Yeah. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to say it. Part of me would rather be single forever.
Ooh.
And the podcast become my career.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't want to like.
But
quit
deep
it for
down,
somebody.
I know that that's not true because when I actually think about it, I would rather find love than find a successful career.
So you would abandon me for love?
I don't know. I know, but that's
we're
the thing.
love.
I wouldn't though. Like if I met a girl that I thought was like the one.
I don't think it's love if you have to like leave everything. You know?
Exactly. But yeah, man, I've said some stupid shit on this show.
I mean, we all have. You were talking about jerking off at the same time. That was not me. That was you that brought that up.
Dude, the other episode ago, like probably a week, two weeks ago maybe, I was talking a lot of shit about my dad. And I'm like, even when I was editing that, I was like, I might cut this out. I was like, I feel bad talking shit because I love my dad to death and he's a great guy. But I was just tearing him apart. But I decided not to cut it. And then we posted it. And my dad, in the last year and a half, has never really listened to our podcast. Up until a month ago, he started listening to episodes a lot. Listening? Yeah, he's a fan now. But he hasn't listened to that episode yet. But it's literally, the episode is titled "Buying My Dad a House." So I assume he's going to listen to it, and I feel really guilty inside. because he's going to listen to it. He might not even say anything, but I know he's not going to feel good about what I said about him.
What did you? I don't remember what you said about him.
I just said I don't want to look like him at all when I'm his age. And but like,
I think your dad's not a bad looking guy.
That's the thing. I didn't really mean it like that. Like he's an attractive guy. I just meant I didn't want to have like a belly.
Okay.
And my dad has a little bit of a belly, but he's an attractive guy.
70.
He's like 65.
Oh shit.
Come on, he's got 5 years till he's 70.
Hey man, I don't know. I feel like my parents are at the point of they've learned to probably not listen to this, which I'm glad.
Yeah. See, I feel like your parents have realized.
That's
Probably
because they started early, though.
Yeah, see, and they realized we talk about kind of like how my aunt, when she was over here and witnessed one of our episodes live, she realized we talk about it's not inappropriate, but for older people, it's just not their cup of tea, which is fine. But the thing is that my mom is that way. She probably will never listen to this show. But my dad is he actually has come around to the vibe. Like, he actually gets the fucked up sense of humor, sort of.
So he gets the whole masturbation thing.
Well,
your dad relates to that.
He probably wouldn't like want to listen to it, but I guess he much more understands that like this is the younger generation's humor.
Okay.
So he can
That's
kind
good.
of like get behind it, which scares me because now I don't think he'll listen to every episode, and some episodes are totally fine, but other episodes
There's just a couple to get off the rails. You know?
and I'm like, I hope he doesn't listen to that.
We had one a couple weeks ago.
Which one? The jerk off one?
That one was for sure one of them.
Yeah.
But also in that episode was the hidden gem of me smiling into Snapchat, and I've gotten some good feedback on that. I've gotten some people saying, "Hey, I'm trying it out."
You got messages?
Yeah, some people tried it out.
What'd they say? I won't tell me.
Well, they're just like, "Oh, there's
how many? Like 3 people, 2 people?
Like 1 or 2."
Okay.
Like, people tried it out.
Yeah, I've been trying it out.
Have you actually?
Yeah, I mean, I won't say it's drastically impacted my day, but it definitely doesn't make me feel bad.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like I smile once and I'm like, God damn, I'm having a good day. It's like I'll smile once and it's a little better.
Yeah, I get that.
I did it this morning.
I'm glad.
That's how I got out of bed.
I'm happy.
Smile to myself.
Yeah. Also, another thing about our just like talk. We're on the topic of listening to certain episodes. One thing that sucks is that we've had a lot of Spotify ads going the last couple months, which are working really well, finding a lot of new fans. So, first of all, thank you. But what sucks so much, I look at the statistics and like almost all of them go all the way to the first episode.
Yeah, that's
because they're intrigued by the show. So they're like, all right, I want to start from the beginning. But the first 30 episodes
they're not nearly as good as
they're not nearly what they are now.
I feel that.
And maybe
should we delete them all?
I don't know. Like, I wish there were on YouTube. There's a way to private videos where they still exist, but only we can see them and no one else can. And at any moment, I could choose to make it public again. But they don't have that on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. So if I deleted them, they're kind of gone forever.
Yeah. Okay.
But it sucks because I've re-listened to the first few episodes.
It's just
choppy. It's just choppy. It has no flow. It's not good. It's not as funny. And it's like there's probably a good percentage of people that go check out our ad, but then they listen to that and they're not hooked. Yeah. And so then we lose them.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't know. Should we delete them? I know the people who are fans probably don't want us to because it's like it's memories.
Great. Yeah.
But it would be on YouTube. I could leave that shit on YouTube forever. So that could be an incentive, like, hey, if you want to go listen to the first episode. Yeah, but then it's
like, what, our podcast starts at number 30?
Yeah. I mean, think about it, though. A lot of your favorite podcasts, they have hundreds and hundreds of episodes. It's not like you're really going to notice if it's like, oh, where did their first 20 episodes
We got to find one that's like early on, just an early on banger.
And
that we got to
started
leave
with
so
that
people
one.
Yeah.
I know. I've been thinking about that, but it would also be, I don't know. It's a tough decision.
It's something to think about.
Yeah.
Damn, but that would suck if someone got turned away from like early episodes.
Oh, I guarantee it's
happened.
I
don't know. I'm sure it's happened.
I mean, we've also gained a lot of fans who have. We've got messages from people that said, "I found your show and I've listened to like 30 episodes this week or something insane like that." And people who spend weeks, they find our show late, like right now, and they'll listen to every single episode, which is nuts.
You're growing with us.
But yeah, so I don't really know where I was going with any of that. Guys, I'm drinking a smoothie right now. And I want you guys to let me know, what is your rating on smoothies out of 10? What do you just, not a particular flavor, just smoothies as a food? How do you feel about them, Kyle? And everyone else listening, let us know.
Like a 4 or 5.
Wow.
I'm not a big smoothie guy.
What about it? Because you said you're big on texture.
I mean, no, it's not a texture thing. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather eat stuff.
Why did you send me a photo of this fucking baby?
Just so you can have it.
Dude, this is going to give me nightmares.
All right.
These are the demons that haunt my sleep.
Yours are babies and mine's Michael Jackson. So what's worse?
Pick your poison.
Yeah. No, smoothie. I don't know. I don't like smoothies that much. Like, I don't want to be filled up by a drink.
And you can't really eat that much fruit to begin with.
That's another thing.
Like, your smoothies would consist of like ground turkey and, and like milk or
it's
something
like berries,
weird.
Basically, which just ends up being really sour. And it's like,
you don't like sour?
No, I'd rather have sweet.
Wow.
First are sour, then they're sweet. That's why.
See, that's what's interesting, because with candy, a lot of times I've noticed you and Shim will pick fruity, soury stuff.
Yeah, but Sour Patch Kids aren't sour to me. You know?
Yeah, but it's generally speaking, I would consider that a sour type candy as opposed to a chocolate type candy.
Okay.
You know,
sure,
it's more tart than a chocolate.
I gotcha.
But then with smoothies, you prefer the
I'd rather have a milkshake.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'd rather have a milkshake than a smoothie.
I'm the opposite.
You'd rather have a smoothie than a milkshake?
Yeah,
No.
yes, but okay, not by taste, but just health wise, like overall.
Well, I don't care. Yeah, obviously a smoothie's way more healthy. I'm talking like if I have an option and it's not going to affect me either way.
I mean,
milkshake.
yeah, but that's kind of an unfair advantage. That's like saying, would you rather choose like LeBron or Earl Watson? Like, you're gonna choose LeBron.
What? How is that a comparison?
Because you're comparing like something that's so substantially better than the other one.
But you just said smoothies are better.
Better in terms of my health.
Okay.
And like when I look at it as a whole.
Okay, I agree then. I would rather have a smoothie than a milkshake. If I could have a healthy milkshake,
they gotta make healthy.
It wouldn't taste good.
Yo, but Halo Top tastes good, and imagine a Halo Top brand smoothie.
I could try making making a
make a homemade milkshake with Halo Top.
Yeah.
You could use almond milk, Halo Top ice cream. What else goes in a
milkshake?
I think
I could throw chocolate in there, but I need healthy chocolate.
Yeah.
There's like vegan chocolate, but that's not chocolate, right?
I don't know. Do you prefer milkshakes that are there's the McDonald's type one where it's just
that's
like really liquidy and you feel like you're kind of just drinking chocolate soup?
Yeah.
Or the milkshake where it feels like
thick.
you're just drinking
If I
ice
can't
cream.
get it out of the straw, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Although Red Robin, those are good milkshakes, and you can always get them out of the straw.
It's a shame, though. They used to give you I don't know if people have Red Robin nationwide, but is that a nationwide thing?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a burger restaurant. But
I feel like it's more of a West Coast thing, though.
If you order, it used to be you could order a regular shake, which was like pretty small, or you could order the Monster Shake. And the Monster came with the regular shake, and they also came with
the tin thing.
The tin can that they like originally make the milkshake in, and they give you all the extras.
Yeah.
Which is literally like 4 extra milkshakes, basically.
Now it's like a shot in there.
Yeah, now they don't give you anything. It's just the stupid milkshake.
It's like you pay $3 extra for like 3 scoops of milkshake.
It's a shame.
Supply and demand, business. I don't know if that's
just
related.
throwing out business terms.
Supply, demand, business.
Economy.
Economics. Micro.
Overhead.
Underhead.
No, that's not a term.
No.
Okay. I got you.
What's overhead?
It's like the amount of expenses
how much
you have,
goes
I
over
think.
your head. A lot of it goes over my head.
I think overhead is like the I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend I know.
Yeah.
Dude, we're dumb.
Yeah. Not a lot of smart
like
here.
Listen, I think
that was a dumb
no,
sentence.
that's true.
That's true.
Not a lot of smart here.
Not a lot of smart here.
I think that we have potential
to be smart.
No, but I think
I was a smart person in high school.
Yeah, and that's what's scary though is I
don't want to be an idiot.
I view us as like generally smart people, but then I look at all of our friends who have now graduated
that I thought were dumb,
or that I thought we were similar levels to.
Oh yeah.
Like Willig, our buddy Willig
he's
is like
us.
yeah, he's really smart, but I guess it didn't hit me till recently how much dumber we are than most people our age.
I mean, we stopped going to college. I don't know, dude. There's some pretty dumb people that graduate college that are like still equally dumb, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have a conversation with someone and I'm like,
it's like,
you're
dude, how
just
did you
dumb.
get a degree?
Like I hope people don't think that when I'm talking to them, because I feel like I can have intelligent conversations, but I'd just rather not have intelligent conversations and I'd rather have dumb conversations.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think we do portray ourselves dumber on the show than not that we're like smarter in real life, but I guess if I have to be professional and talk with intelligently, I can, but I just don't want to.
Exactly. Like I sort of work in a like in gym that's kind of I have to be professional. So
when you're not there,
there's a professional side to me.
Yeah.
So this is where I let loose.
Yeah.
But now I've just been really letting loose because unemployment.
Yeah.
Don't have a job.
Yo, what's crazy right now is that people who are getting paid unemployment right now, a lot of them are making more than essential workers that are working full time, which is absolutely bonkers to me.
Yeah. I heard an idea from Mark Cuban where he was saying, like, he's been getting, I don't know, has a bunch of opinions about what we should be doing right now and whatever. Like, he's a good businessman. And he was saying, instead of, like, the bailout money that they're giving to, like, small businesses where they're, like, they're open, but they're not really getting much business and they're just paying their workers, but they're not really doing anything, like, say, like a small restaurant. Instead of doing that, he said, let's give that money to households and it's spend it or lose it money. So say, I don't know, like $1,000 a month to a house, and it's just like, go spend the money. And that's how they divvy out that same money.
And that's how they keep the economy afloat because they're forced to use it.
I was like, that'd be sweet. Just give us like our house money and then I have to spend it.
Yeah, but I mean,
but that's almost no different though, because it's like if you don't use the money, then it just you don't use it, you don't get it.
As opposed to, there's a lot of people that are getting paid like the stimulus checks that like didn't need it.
Yeah.
And like aren't doing shit with it.
And there's round 2 coming apparently.
Of the stimulus checks?
Yeah, that's what I heard. So get ready for stim round 2.
Yeah, man, it's crazy that like someone who like, I don't even know how much garbage men make, but let's say there's probably
they make pretty good money actually.
Really?
Yeah. Okay,
well, let's say someone who works at Safeway is working full time, is getting minimum wage, and they're making less than a lot of people that are on unemployment right now, and that is just not right.
Yeah,
in any way.
Everything right now is just not right.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Like some people are making more on unemployment than they are working their real job.
Yeah, which is bad because then it gives people an incentive to try and stay unemployed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk politics.
I feel like it's politics.
Not really. It's just life. But I don't know.
These are the conversations where we start to lose ourselves and we don't know where we're going, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, this is above our level of
like we don't have a lot
expertise.
To add to this.
Yeah.
The nationwide conversation.
These are just things that I've heard.
Exactly.
Like, if I have my own original ideas, they're on a much dumber level of, different different plane there.
Yeah.
It's not my
like
ballpark.
Kyle's level of new ideas is more on like the Snapchat smiling level.
Like how I could tame a hippo or, different things like that.
Yeah, and then when it comes to stimulus checks and unemployment and
overhead.
Yeah,
it's over my head.
So that's just kind of where the reason we don't talk about a lot of that shit is one, what Kyle just said, we're not qualified, and I feel like we could try and bullshit our way through, but it would just be bad.
No one cares to hear our opinion on that.
Exactly.
If you're like looking for professional opinions, there's way better podcasts for that.
Yeah, and the second thing is that is all you see anywhere nowadays. Like everywhere on Twitter and Instagram and the news, and like it's just shoved down your throat.
I feel like we're kind of the break from
that
reality and like serious things.
Yeah.
Like we'll bring the dumb back into your life that you need.
Yeah.
Everyone needs some dumb in their life.
Dude, some people need more dumb in their life.
There's a lot of people that need more dumb. Yeah.
I hate when people are just serious all the time.
You can't have a funny conversation.
Or you like find something funny. Like super religious people are like, if you find a comedy show or a comedy. Well, I'm not saying all super religious people.
All right, you heard it here first. John hates religious people.
No, I love religion as a whole, but I'm just saying, like, whether it be like some old people or some like super religious people, like they just can't have fun. I feel like
I know there's some people that are just so on edge about everything, and they try to find what's offensive about everything, and it's like, just don't
laugh
take it
at
so
it.
seriously. Like, things are funny.
It's a fucking joke.
Like if someone makes fun of me, unless it's like very like just tearing me apart, I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think I used to be bad at like if we were with a group of friends and people were like just bullshitting and like someone says a genuinely good like insult or a good joke at me, it used to actually like bother me because I'm like, I don't want to like have people talk shit about me.
Yeah.
But I think that's like a skill you can actually develop, because I felt like I've
deflecting things or like just laughing with the joke.
Yeah, or just realizing that these people aren't saying this about you personally. They're not attacking you personally. They're just trying to be funny. And it's like, if you can look at it objectively, a lot of the shit people say is funny.
I agree. I feel like that's why this podcast has made me happier, because I've been able to get on that level more, and I'm in that mood of just like everything's funny to me. Stop taking things so seriously. Yeah. And that's just how I want to live my life, because I think life is way too short to be serious all the time. Like, obviously there's times to be serious, but there's so much extra time where you just don't need to be serious and just have fun.
Yeah.
And what's life without fun?
That was beautiful, Kyle.
Thank you. That's my monologue.
That was beautiful. The people who are serious all the time are the worst people to be around.
No one likes you.
They just suck the air out of the room. Yo, actually, this is kind of related, sort of related. I was watching The Man in the High Castle last night, and there was a quote that one of the characters said, and I thought it was really cool, so I wrote it down. They said, "If your mind is always elsewhere, you're never really experiencing anything." And I guess it's not directly related, but there was a character who is always like on edge and stressed and can never have fun because he's always like focused on his intense job. Mm-hmm. And someone said to him, like, if your mind is always elsewhere, so if you're always like thinking about other stressors or like what's going to happen when you get there, you're never actually even living your life, because you're always like, whenever you're in the present moment, your mind is always somewhere else.
Exactly.
And I think this show has actually got me better at, like, if I got other bullshit going on, once we like hit record, it's like an hour of just, I'm nowhere else but here.
That's why it's been like therapy for me. It's just an hour of laughs and just not caring about anything.
Yeah. I actually would recommend to people, if you like, you and your best friend, if you have like a diehard best friend, like, even if you don't have a podcast or have no desire to start a podcast, just like sit and have like a 30-minute or 1 hour face-to-face conversation where you guys like don't have your phones, you don't have a TV on, you don't have any distractions, and just like talk about life.
Yeah.
There's been moments where like my buddy Anthony and I would do that in college a lot. Like, we would just be driving around and we would just talk about shit for like an hour, and it was a podcast essentially, but it was just about life, and it was like, those were some of my favorite moments.
Literally every single person that has been on this podcast after we record has said, one, like, that flew by really fast, like that just was like a conversation, you kind of forget that you're being recorded.
Yeah.
And two, it's like, that was just really fun and I want to do it again.
Yeah.
That's what every single person has said.
Yeah. I would even recommend to people to start a podcast, but at the same time, it's real, like, kind of same with YouTube. It's really hard to grow a podcast nowadays, or a YouTube channel, because everyone and their mother is starting a podcast. That's why I was scared to start it, because it's like,
there's so much
everyone has one.
I know.
And I also hate that there's the stereotype. I don't even know if it's not really even true in my opinion, but there's like, oh, the two white frat guys start a podcast, and it's just like them bullshitting about stupid shit that no one cares about. Like, I've seen that in different places on social media, that it's like, oh, the two white guys with a podcast, and here we are,
we're
the two white college age guys with a podcast.
One, not a frat, although John's got a collared shirt on.
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm fucking wearing. You ever have those shirts that you literally don't touch, but you're like, I'm not utilizing this, that I paid for it, so I should just throw it on.
Yeah, and he's wearing it with Hawaii basketball shorts.
UW basketball shorts.
My bad.
Gotta rep the dogs.
Go Dogs.
How you doing, Kyle? How's this episode going? Is it going good?
It's going good.
You haven't drank that much of your water today.
I know. I've been kind of working on it. My right pit is.
Your right pit is drenched. Oh, your left one's.
Okay, it's bad. See, this is why I don't like wearing shirts like this. Is because it's so visible when I'm sweating.
Yeah, that's
especially
why
on the
you
podcast.
have to wear your black shirt or your white shirt.
I need to start wearing like undershirt. They need to invent an undershirt that, because like if I were to wear an undershirt, it would soak through both. There needs to be like a sponge undershirt or like an armpit sponge.
So it's like
I would invest in that. I seriously would.
Okay, so it's a wife beater, but then there's a little attachment.
Yeah, it's like a pad maybe, like
a pad. But pads. How would it stay up on your armpit like that?
There's ways.
All right,
like a suction cup or like a sticky kind of thing, or just a shirt and like just the whole armpit region
is like has a little pad on it.
Like absorbent.
Oh,
it's fine.
It's like it's like a pad for your like
for your pits.
For your pits. So like,
dude, I would love that.
Do you think more women use pads or tampons?
Look, that's not. I have no.
Do you think it's like 50-50? I
feel like tampons.
Probably tampons.
I don't know.
I hear more about tampons.
Yeah, I mean, imagine just shoving something up there every single. I mean, I don't know what it feels.
It's not
like.
every day.
Yeah, but I'm saying like every month.
Yeah.
I was gonna say month.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm just glad I don't bleed out of my private parts.
Dude,
imagine you had to pee. You're like out of your dick. You just bleed out of your dick, like for a week every month.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would be terrible.
Jordan
bleeds out of his ass like once a month. So.
Who?
Jordan.
He bleeds out of his ass?
Yeah, hemorrhoids.
That's not once a month, as far as I know.
It happened one time in a month.
That's true.
So
it was once a month.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Being a woman.
The worst.
It would suck. I mean.
You get less pay. You get just talked down on.
Sexism. Yeah. You're just discriminated against.
You
have to have the burden. You have periods. You have to have a child.
Yeah.
Way more likely to get raped or like assaulted.
That too. You're just smaller usually.
Like, listen, women are awesome. I'm all for women.
I love women.
I
respect
absolutely
women.
love women.
I'm just glad that I'm not you.
I'm just glad in this. Listen, I want to be a woman, just not in this lifetime. I would truly like to experience it. And if, I don't know what I believe, but if life happens to be where you get reincarnated, I would totally be down if my next life I'm a woman.
Dude, what if you got reincarnated as a woman? Like, let's say you died like soon, and then you got reincarnated as a woman. Although there would be a bit of an age gap. Let's say when I'm like 60, you're 40, and
all right.
we meet up, you know.
Oh, then we start dating. I was like, where is he going with this?
And then like I marry you, but I don't even know. I'm drawn to this person because it's like, wow, it's just like one of my friends. And then we get married. Turns out it's actually John.
And since
John doesn't even know.
Since your co-host of PIMS died, for years you've been waiting to revive the show, but you haven't.
I'm speaking to no one.
And then
myself. And
then your wife named Joan, she marries you and you guys revive the show.
Hey.
Yo, okay.
Imagine that.
If someone came to you, some random 37-year-old guy, some white guy.
I was approached by like a 37-year-old guy at a store. So.
All right. Okay. So some random guy comes up to you and he said, hey, man, like, you're the guy from the Peak to Middle School podcast, right? And you go, yeah, I am. Like, how's it going, man? He's like, oh, good. Like,
I'd be confused if a 37-year-old man walked up to me, said that he watches the podcast.
It could happen if our show gets big enough.
Okay, continue.
And he tells you, like, listen, man, this is going to sound weird, but I promise you, like, that show was, like, my idea. And he's like, in another life, I swear to you that the Peak to Middle School podcast was mine. And he, like he was totally convinced that in his last life, that was his idea or that was his thing, and that in this life, like, we took it from him. Okay?
What would I do?
Like, if he put you on the spot and he's trying to tell you, like,
I mean, I would probably
this
think this guy's crazy. If I'm being honest, I would think this guy's probably crazy. And I'd be like, all right, man. Like,
you'd say just too bad. Like, he's basically trying to tell you, you guys took this from me. Like, you got to give it back, or you got to let me, like, be a part of it because it's mine.
I'd say, give me your best joke. I'd start having a conversation, see how he flows back.
Oh, and see if he's a good.
See if he's a good co-host. I mean, he could be in that third chair that just no one sits in.
And the camera's on you and me, and we tell him like he's only allowed to talk a couple times an episode.
Yeah, could be. I mean, honestly, I think this guy's probably crazy.
Yeah,
but
I've just thought about stuff like that. Because we've talked about before. Actually, oh, dude, we're probably too late in the episode to dive into this.
Okay.
I have like a whole list of bullet points. I was listening to a podcast with this guy named Duncan Trussell, who's Joe Rogan's friend, and they were talking about where do thoughts come from.
Oh God!
And it was a very, very deep, like
They're
philosophical conversation. They were, but it's a very intriguing concept, and there was like lots of books about it. But I don't know. It's like you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you just get a thought. And it's like,
where did that come from?
Where did that come from? What was it? How did it come to me? And sometimes there's moments where you have thoughts that are amazing. Like you ever just get those like the best idea ever?
Like the armpit thing.
Yeah.
Someone's taking that. I can
like the
tell.
armpit pads.
Don't take it, guys. It's mine.
And so I was just thinking, we somehow came up with this thought to do this style of podcast. The name, Shim came up with the name. He came up with Peak to Middle School. Okay. Yeah. But I've just thought, what if someone else like came up with this thought of this like exact show first, but they didn't act on it, but then we did? In a way, shouldn't it kind of be their intellectual property? They can't prove it. You know what I mean? This is okay. So I
get what you're saying.
They created the show in their head.
Yeah, but
they didn't patent it or anything.
Yeah.
But it's like exactly what we're doing right now with the segments and all the shit.
That's really weird if that's what they came up with. But I feel like that's probably happened with some inventions. Like someone's been like, damn, why didn't I think of the squatty potty? Or
maybe they did think of it, and then next day
that's what I meant.
Or the next week it got launched.
Yeah. I don't know, because there's no way to prove it, because you could say, yeah, like I thought about it, but sucks for you didn't act on it. So
that's true.
Should have acted on it. That's why you got to act on your desires.
Yeah.
Not all of them, though. There's some bad desires you can have. Don't act on those.
Yeah. Oh, the book I'm reading, there was some quote last night, and it was like...
oh, that's what I'm going to do when you're gone. I'm going to read a book.
All right.
Maybe.
I'm proud of you.
We'll see.
Don't say maybe. Maybe means you won't.
I found it under my bed again the other day.
The Alchemist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing push-ups, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
There's that again.
You should read it. The quote was something along the lines of like, indecision is like, I don't know what it said, but indecision is people's like greatest like flaw, because people, they think of so many things they want to do,
they don't do them,
but they just don't act on any of them, because it's like, oh, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that, but then it's like, oh, that's, by the time you think of all that, it's the end of the day. You're like, all right, maybe tomorrow, and then you never act on it.
I'm gonna start acting on my things.
Yeah, you can read your book.
Actually, you know what I started doing is I started writing down little like jokes that I've heard, or just like funny things that people have said like in passing that I'm like, oh, that would be funny. Like if I were like, I don't know.
Give me an example.
Okay, for example, I don't want to give an example, but I'm saying it's just something that I started yesterday. I wrote something down that somebody said. Because I was watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's like a group of friends that literally just wrote that show.
Yeah. And
to me, that would be so cool to actually like have to write a TV show and just say all the fucked up, because they have really fucked up shit. Like it's like my kind of level of just shittiness that I feel like that would be kind of cool to do that at some point. So I just started writing down jokes that like people have said that
your friends in
like my
circle.
Friends or that I've heard. Yeah.
Okay. So like you mean the idea is kind of to stockpile like certain one-liners or just ideas,
because that's how a lot of those little jokes is they've just heard them in passing or something and they wanted to throw that in. I've heard that on so many different shows.
Yeah, writing a show is something that, like, you know how passions and dreams change over time, and the stuff you're into change over time. And in high school specifically, I didn't even watch shows or movies at all. Like, I didn't give a shit about any of that. I was just into like gaming and YouTube and stuff. But then I went to college, and even there I was in film school, but at the time I still had no desire for narrative filmmaking, like no desire to write scripts or make movies at all. But that's what my major was. And so then I left school, but it has never even interested or intrigued me at all until now. I'm like, not that I really want to write a show, but this is the first time in my life where the thought of like sitting down and trying to create a story from scratch is actually somewhat intriguing to me. And like, I don't know, I guess it's just interesting to me that I would agree with you. I think like writing a show with your friends would be something that I would find to be so fun at some point in my life. I think it's like not like my main thing, but there will probably come a time where I'd love to like mix up my hobbies and do something like that.
Okay. I'll be here.
Guys, Kyle and I have recorded so many episodes in the last like week and a half. I think there's a possibility that the episode after this one and maybe one more after that will be a little bit different style than usual, but you guys will still enjoy them. They'll still be full episodes and everything. So just be on the lookout for that. But today, Kyle.
Yes.
We have top 5 what would you do if and sports with Kyle.
Okay.
So you want to tell me what your top 5 is?
Yeah, all right. John, tell me your top 5 fingers. So you got 5 fingers. Rank them. It could be
I like this.
It could be usefulness. It could be just what they look like. Maybe you just hate, like, I hate my ring finger or something. You know, like,
okay.
Think about if you just didn't have that finger, how much it would affect you. That kind of thing. You can rank it however you want. Just give me your top 5.
I really like this.
I already have my top 5.
Before the show, Kyle told me that his top 5 was either really dumb or really good. I think this is a really good one.
I think it's both, but yeah. Okay.
Damn. I think I'm gonna go from like 5th to 1st. I think that'd be easier.
Yeah. What's the most useless?
I'm gonna eliminate my pinky.
Okay.
Because my pinky is broken on my left one and it healed weird and it looks all deformed.
You got a deformed. All right. That's
deformed
fine.
Pinky. My 4th. This is hard. Dude, I want to say my thumb, but at the same time, I know that without a thumb, they say you can't like do a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Like you can't. I can't even grab my phone.
You can. It's just a lot harder. Yo, and then texting with no thumbs. Yo,
like,
yes.
be a keyboard.
Okay, never mind. After that, I'd probably remove my middle finger. My middle finger is my 4th.
Okay.
Mainly because I always pick at my fingernails, like I've said in the past, a really bad habit.
Yeah. And
when I pick them too short, the middle ones hurt more than the others if I fuck with them.
Interesting. I'll get to it, actually.
Okay.
When I tell you my top 5.
So, yeah, my middle fingers just bother me more than my other fingers if I fuck with them too much. Damn, this is hard. Then I'd probably say my ring finger is my 3rd, like number 3 on the list.
Okay.
And then probably my thumb is 2 and my pointer is 1. Because the pointer, I feel like, is the most...
Stuff. It's probably the most like coordinated finger.
Yeah, it's my most coordinated. And when I'm typing on my keyboard, the pointer is like
makes the least amount of errors, I feel like, and it has a lot of space that it covers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I feel that.
So yeah. Okay. What about you? I like this.
Yeah. So my number 5 is my ring finger because, like you said, the picking your fingers. I've always had the same thing when I cut my fingernails. Like I think my ring fingernails are like thicker and they hurt more when I cut them. I don't know. Shit always. Plus, I was thinking like. Maybe it's pinky. So 2nd or 4th, I'm going to say pinky because if I'm losing my pinky, imagine trying to throw a football
with no pinky.
Like they say quarterbacks like a broken pinky's almost as bad as, you know.
Is a pinky more crucial than any other finger when you're throwing a football?
Yeah, because that's kind of your outside fingers are important. I feel like your pointer, pinky, and thumb are important when you're throwing a football.
Yeah, dude, trying to throw a football
throw a football like that.
Yo, that'd be hard.
Stability. Yeah. Then I'm going...
But so you would rather throw a football than have I was thinking your ring finger is called your ring finger because when you get married, that's where your ring goes.
I could throw it somewhere else. I could wear it around my neck. People do that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Then I would say, okay, I'll say my thumb is number 1. I need my thumb. It's between pointer finger and ring finger. Middle finger. Middle finger, I can flip people off.
Oh, that carries a lot of weight.
That carries a lot of weight. And Yeah, I'm gonna go pointer 3, middle finger 2,
Wow.
thumb 1.
Damn.
Because like I could still get shit done like this, you know.
You're right. That would be.
If I didn't have a pointer, like that.
I will say the middle finger is substantially stronger. I feel like than any other finger.
It can compensate for the pointer finger.
If I had to lift weights with my fingers, my middle one could lift the most.
Ring and middle finger are my lifting fingers.
Dude, it's so weird. On my left hand, I can move my middle finger and my 2 middle fingers, but my pinky also moves with it. But on my other hand, I can isolate them.
I've actually, same.
You know what I mean?
I can't really move. I broke this pinky too.
Yeah. How'd you break yours?
How did I break it? Fielding a grounder, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fielding a grounder.
Yo, I've said this on a really, really old episode, but I want to say it again because I feel like not enough people talk about it. I think it is a unproven fact.
Okay.
I think it is a fact of life that women can move their toes way different than men can.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I can't do shit with my toes.
Like every woman I've like met, almost
they can spread them.
They can not only spread their toes like really far. A lot of them can isolate which toes they move.
It's just a big ball for me.
Dude, I cannot do shit with my toes.
Dumb foot.
When I move up first of all, the only toe that I can choose to move is my big toe.
Yeah.
And when I move that one, all the other toes just move with it.
I can't even fathom trying to move my pinky toe. It's just there.
Dude, there could be
it's along for the ride.
There could be a gun to every family member's head in my family, and they'd say, you got to spread your toes, and I couldn't do it.
Nope. Couldn't do it. Damn. Okay.
So, well, I like that one.
Thank you.
Not enough people think about their fingers, you know? So, Kyle.
Think about your fingers more. Yes.
What are your top 5 overall least favorite exercises to do? Any sort of fitness.
Okay.
Just least favorite. The thing you dread the most.
Okay. I'm going to go. This is like just any cardio count?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'd like you to specify which one.
All right. Stairs.
Oh, you hate the stairs?
Hate stairs, yeah. Stairs are just kind of the worst.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off of cardio though. Like obviously cardio is the worst for me, but stairs is the number 1 worst for me.
Okay, so we'll say
terms
stairs.
Of cardio. Then I'll say military press because I got fucked up shoulders.
Okay, yeah. That's where you basically just push straight up.
Yeah.
With the bar.
So like I can shoulder press, but I have to use dumbbells and I have to go light because my shoulders are messed up. Next, I will say different push-up variations and no, I'll say dips because I got a fucked up elbow apparently now too. So I can't
Kyle's
do
upper
dips.
body's a little fucked.
It's messed up. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I have tendonitis in my elbow. Okay, then I'll probably say squatting. I just don't like doing legs that much.
Yeah, I don't like legs either.
Like I'd rather leg press than squat.
Yeah, I would too. I'm not like that into the gym community, but apparently Shim has told me there's like
people hate people like that.
Well, they don't hate it. It's just there's like 2 groups. There's the people that like squatting, and then there's the people that hate squatting and like leg press. Yeah. And I'm kind of more with you on that one.
Yeah.
What's one more that you just like? Shim's like, all right, Kyle, today we're gonna do this, and you're like, fuck me in the ass.
I don't like.
Burpees, push-ups.
I mean, I would say burpees in the category of like cardio, though, sort of.
Okay. Yeah.
Back extensions. I hate when like my lower back is just fried. That's that's one of the pains that
trying
I
to
don't
walk
like.
Around and you like wobble.
Yeah, that and like hip thrusts I don't like.
Okay.
So a lot of lower body stuff and then elbows. Well, actually, I got the whole board. I got shoulders, elbows, and legs.
Kyle just doesn't like working out.
I just don't like working out. Yeah.
All right, that was good. I was just, in the mood. I was working out with Shim today, and I was just thinking, like, what things do I fucking hate?
So what do you hate?
Pretty similar list, to be honest with you.
I feel like that's a pretty standard.
Most people hate those things, yeah. I will say I really also just I don't like push-ups.
You don't like push-ups?
Like
I'd rather
I
bench.
can do them, but yeah, I'd rather lay down and have like something like weight come down to me than have to push against something.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a bench press is different because the weight's coming down and you got to push it up. But then the push-ups is like you're pushing against the ground. It's like body weight, and I don't
Plus,
like that.
what I also like more is like going heavier weights and less reps rather than doing a ton of reps of something and it just burns. I hate that.
It's like Shim. That's what Shim loves.
Yeah, I know. That's psycho. Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
Yes. Actually, no, I'll go. John, what would you do if? Oh, okay. This is another good one. If you could only remember one memory between us, and that's what like defines us to you. Like that's what your idea of Kyle is.
Oh God.
You have one memory. I found that. I saw that on like Twitter or something. I was like, damn, that's deep.
So is this what is my favorite memory? Kind
it's
of.
just like you can only remember one thing.
Dude, that's so hard.
How about like a category
many
of things? Like I don't know.
I mean, now I'd probably say certain moments of our podcast.
That's what I would say too.
Like bacon, rain, probably still to this day is my favorite moment of this podcast.
It's up on the wall.
But like, I mean, before the podcast.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I
Do
didn't
you have one that comes to mind or no?
I think I would have just said like, if this can count as a memory, all the podcasts, I would say that probably. Because I was trying to think of something that like defines your relationship. I would say it's this.
I would say playing games outside in the street growing up.
That's a good one too.
Just like cops and robbers and shit. Like that was the core of our childhood, I feel like.
Pretty much, yeah.
And there was just so many memories. I just remember so many different times just like laughing so hard to the point where you can't even breathe.
Yeah.
Like outside, just with Shim and you and Paul and
damn.
Those were the days, man.
Oh,
guys, it is so trippy.
It hurts.
So Kyle used to be neighbors with Shim, like next door neighbors, and Shim still lives at that same house. And so sometimes when I go over to Shim's, I'll see a bunch of young kids who now moved into Kyle's old house. And there's a bunch of kids and families in this neighborhood, and they're playing the same games at the same places in the street that we used to do it. And it really trips me out because it's
probably
like,
not as cool as this though. We were
dude,
way
I don't
cooler
know.
back then.
I think you overestimate how cool we were. But
yeah, damn.
Those were the days.
So many good times in the streets, the mean streets.
Yeah. All right. So this is relating to what I talked about earlier with the guy who disappeared for 4 years, a soccer player. What would you do if everybody thought I was dead for 5 years and then I just showed up and like called you or like went like came to your house and acted like I totally just denied or like acted like nothing happened?
Do I think you're dead?
Yeah, you thought I was dead for 5 years and then I show up and everyone thought I was dead. What would you do?
Probably give you a hug, kiss you on the mouth.
Would part of you be like, you can't be real because you're dead? Would you be tripped out or like weirded out by me?
Yeah, there would be like a brief amount of time where I'm like, something's not right here. Am I dreaming? Am I on drugs? Is this actually John?
Yeah.
Maybe this is an actor. But
would you expect me to give you proof that I was?
Yeah,
real?
I would have so many questions. I'd be like, what happened to you? Where were you? You'd probably look different because it'd be 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Damn.
What if I
just look the same?
No, what if I like denied all of your accusations that I was dead? Like if I was just like, what are you talking about,
I was just on a mission trip.
No, I was like, dude, what do you mean? Like, I've been here the whole time.
I start asking other people. I don't know. What kind of question is this?
This is a good question. This is a good hypothetical.
What would I do?
I'm just curious.
I'd call your parents.
Okay.
I would say, listen, your son's here. And then they're like, okay. Can you tell him to be home by 5? He left the house an hour ago.
And then you're like, whoa.
Then I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Then I would probably start doing drugs. Just be
ketamine.
So confused.
Meth.
Start doing drugs. Do it all. Die. Yeah.
Cool.
That's probably what I do.
Yeah. Last segment of the day here, guys. Sports with Kyle.
Yeah.
Other than UFC, what is there going on?
There's really not a lot of news. Today, the California governor was talking. I mean, when this comes out, this is old news, but the California governor said that he had a pretty strict stance on not letting like sports go on, and like they extended the stay at home through July, I think.
Yeah.
But now the governor just said that they can allow sports with no fans, so that's kind of a step in the right direction. So potentially
but that's just
baseball,
the state
NBA.
of California.
Yeah.
So, but what about?
There's like 5 MLB teams in California.
Yeah, but what about the rest of the MLB teams? Would they play their games in California?
Yeah, they would play their games there, but it's no fans.
Oh.
I don't know. They're still trying to figure it out. Like, I don't think there's just much.
I don't know if it's gonna
information,
happen.
I don't know, man. Yeah, and then other than that, there's like the whole thing between the MLB owners and the MLB players, where they agreed upon a prorated salary, which, like, given the circumstances, is probably the most fair thing. It's like you're not going to get your full salary because you're not going to play the whole season. If it's a short, like, let's say the MLB season is cut from 162 to 81 games.
Would they get paid half?
They would get paid half, which seems like that sucks because it's not their fault that this all happened. But like, whatever. Like, everyone's gonna be losing money anyway, so
yeah,
let's all. Like,
and I mean, all of them are making enough to get by. So
yeah, but then the owners, this had been agreed upon, but then the owners, they backtracked and they're like, well, we're gonna be losing so much money, blah blah blah. So then people are saying, oh, the players are selfish for demanding more money. So it's like, who's gonna lose, the millionaires or the billionaires? But people are getting mad at the millionaires over the billionaires.
Yeah,
about being greedy.
So if their contract was like, I don't know, 4 years. How many million is 4 years usually?
I don't know, 50, sure.
Sure,
50.
4 years, 50 million. If this season they make half of what they would have made this season,
yeah,
will they still in the long run make all of that 50 million later, or would it like?
I don't know.
Or
that
they
I'm
just
not too sure about.
Lose that amount
because MLB contracts are guaranteed.
Yeah, so that's what I was.
Yeah, that actually, I don't know about that, but yeah, I don't know. But Blake Snell, he won the Cy Young a couple years ago. He's a pitcher for the Rays.
I saw that.
He's from Shoreline, Washington. Shout out Washington. Yeah, he was on Twitch and he went on this whole spiel about how, like, I'm not gonna play if I'm not gonna get my money. And yeah, I feel like it became a very hot topic because the way that he said it, he was upset and fed up with people asking questions about it. Yeah, and so he was pretty stern, and I kind of came off like an asshole for what his stance was, but I kind of agree with what he's saying. Yeah, like, you're not just gonna, like, you're risking yourself going out there. And if I'm gonna play, like, pitchers, for example, you only have so many pitches in your body. If you're gonna play a season for just half the salary, like, why would you even want to play that if you can be making more money and, like, have an extra year on your career after? And
you could risk getting Tommy John, and then you're out for a couple years or a year, and then you also you're only making half the money that season, and then you're out for a while.
Like, I just know that when this happens, there's going to be some player. I mean, there's obviously players are going to get hurt. Like, that happens all the time. But there's going to be some star player that has a bad injury, and this is going to be such a big deal about all of this person's career's over, or, like, they could have made so much money and now they're playing for half, and this is what happens because they weren't in shape because they had to rush the season. And I don't know. There's just so many factors, and it's just like, I want sports back, but I just don't see it happening soon. And
I can see both sides of the argument for like why they should play for half the money, but then also I can see if you're a professional athlete, you got to this level for a reason, and to risk yourself. Yeah. Like,
and you deserve the money.
Yeah, you earned it. Like, you earned this contract, so you don't deserve to get paid half of that. Like, I'm not saying that they need that much money. They obviously have millions and millions of dollars. They're set, but that still doesn't mean that they deserve to get paid half.
Exactly. And then the owners are trying to make it even less than half too. Yeah. That's what they're trying to do. So then Trevor Bauer, who's a pitcher, he's been all over Twitter.
He's always
I
all
love
over
him.
Twitter.
Yeah, he's great. He just says whatever the hell he thinks.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a voice crack. He just says what he thinks, and I love him. He's one of my favorite players for that. But he was saying, for example, let's say you're a painter and you're getting paid $100,000 to paint this house, but then half the house burns down. So now they say, oh, we'll agree, we'll pay you $50,000 if you still paint half the house. Like, okay, that sucks, but yeah, I'll do it. And then they say, right after you agreed upon it, you know what? No, we're going to pay you like $30,000 to paint half the house.
Then you're like, no.
Then you're like, well, no, because I was going to pay the whole house for $100,000. Half of it should be $50,000, right?
So he's okay with doing it for half.
He's like, I mean, it sucks, but like, That's what they agreed on. So, but then the owners are trying to backtrack and say, oh, no, wait, we're going to lose money if we pay you half.
Yeah.
So, like, we need to be making money. The billionaires need to make money. The millionaires don't. But the millionaires are the bad guys, apparently.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. I feel like there's not many good sports team owners. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like people hate all of them. Other than Mark Cuban.
Yeah, I was going to say Mark Cuban's dope.
People hate, like, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, there are some good owners, but there's some really bad owners that just are terrible, and, like, the teams will never succeed unless, like, the Knicks owner. Oh, my God. He's just the worst. Dude. He sucks.
Yo, did you see
No one likes him. Like, no one that plays for the Knicks likes him.
Yeah.
None of the fans like him. Just sell the team.
Oh, no, I thought it was a tweet, but now I remember. It was a song. There's this new I don't know what rapper, but he came out with a song, and he said, like, he was flexing about how much money he makes or something, and so he said, one of the lines was, I bought floor seat tickets to the Knicks, and I don't even know a single player. Kind of flexing, like, I'm just going to buy the season tickets, floor seats, but I don't even know a fucking name on that team. And that's sad. If you have a NBA team where people don't know a single player,
especially in the biggest market too, like New York, and
dude.
Your team just sucks. And like they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna have KD and Zion and like Kyrie or Anthony Davis or no.
Who's their best player? Who do they have?
They didn't get any of the star players they wanted this summer. They didn't get the number 1 pick, so they got RJ Barrett, who's like he's gonna be good, but they ended up spending their money on like Bobby Portis and like what's his face? Taj Gibson.
Oh God, and, Taj Gibson is still a thing.
Who else?
What the fuck?
They got like a bunch of Julius Randle, like a bunch of power forwards. Marcus Morris, like just.
They're gonna be bad for a while.
They're really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up.
Yep.
Guys, thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. If you're still here, which I learned like 80, we have an 80% completion rate of our episodes, which is like
that's really
good.
It's way better than what I thought.
So thank you all who listen all the way through and listen every week. I know there's some of you who still haven't left a review. Okay,
80% of you are at this point right now.
We say it every episode, so please
do it.
Just go leave a review, guys. Just that is all I ever want from you is to leave a review and a rating.
And if you don't have an Apple device, that's okay. We forgive you.
Just go steal your friends.
You probably do.
Yeah, you probably do.
Or you know somebody who does.
Anyways, with all that being said, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PIMS podcast where you get extra content and you can help support the show. So be sure to check that out if you want more goodies. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at KyleStafford36. Don't wish me a happy birthday. Oh, yeah, you can. Just wish me a happy. Okay. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Come find us. Come say hi.
Yep. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. With all that being said, we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.